Good morning, class 4. Hope you all are fine. Please open your science book, page number 144, lesson number 19, How Electricity Works. First of all, we will discuss what is electricity. So, we use electricity in our daily routine. Basically, electricity is the flow of electric charge. So, do you know what is electric charge? Electric charge is basically the positive and the negative charge. The positive charge is known as proton and the negative charge is known as electron. So, the flow of these charges is known as electricity. So, now we will discuss electricity with the help of a video. Boys, do you recognize this person present on the screen? Yes, he is the great Thomas Edison. Do you know what he is known for? Basically, he first time invented the light bulb. You must be aware of the facts that the light in our homes work with electricity. However, they are not the only one who use electricity. There are different things that uses electricity just like air conditioner, television, electric heaters or fan, etc. As we use electricity in our daily basis, but we should use the electricity very carefully as it can harm us really bad. Let me show you a video how. Boys, as you have seen that if we touch the plug in which electricity is passing, we get an electric shock and this could be very fatal for us. Boys, have you ever noticed how electricity comes to our home? Let me show you a video. So here you can see that electricity travels along the wire. You can see these wires from the power station. Here is the power station where electricity is generated and then travels with the help of wire to the homes, to our homes. And electricity is generated with the help of power station. In power station there are different sort of batteries and generators through which electricity is produced. Here you can see in power station there are different sort of generating machines through which electricity is produced. Our next topic is conductors and insulators. Basically, conductors are those materials through which electricity can pass, like metals, while insulators are those through which electricity cannot pass, for example, wood or plastic. Let me show you a video how is it possible. Here boys, you can see there's a bulb. There's different types of conductors and insulators. Here you can see it's a piece of a metal. It's a plastic. It's a piece of a wood. So there are different types of conductors and insulators present there. Now we will confirm that who are the conductors and who are the insulators by joining these conductors and insulator with the wires that is connected to a bulb. If it is a conductor, the bulb will light up. If it is not a conductor, the bulb will not light up. Let me show you how. So here boys, we have connected the metal with the wires so the bulb light up. It means the metal is a conductor. Here we have taken a piece of plastic and connected it with the wires and you can see that bulb is not light up. So it means that the plastic is a insulator. Now how about some wood? Hook it up and turn on the switch. The bulb will not light up. So it's an insulator. Our next topic is how electricity travels. So if we want to light up the bulb, it is very necessary that the electricity should travel from one place to another. Here boys, you can see two pictures. Basically they are demonstrating two conditions. In first condition, the bulb is light up, while in the second condition, the bulb is not. So boys, here you can see it's a battery and it's a wire and it's a bulb with a metallic portion here. As metal is a conductor, we have already read. So metal can conduct electricity and can help the electricity to travel from one place to another place. Similarly, this wire is of metal from inside, while its upper coating is made up of plastic so that we could not get the electric shock. So here you can see one end of the wire is attached to the battery and other end of the wire is attached to the metallic portion of the bulb. So the path is complete. So if the path is complete, the electricity can move from one place to another place and light up the bulb. It is very necessary that the path should be complete. If the path should not be complete, the electricity will not flow from here. Here boys, look at the second condition. The path is incomplete. One end of the wire is attached to the bulb while the other is not attached to the battery. That is why it's an incomplete pathway. So the electricity will not flow from one part to another part. So the bulb will not light up. Let me explain this process with the help of a video. So here boys, you can see it's a battery. It's a wire. And there's a bulb. So first of all, we will make a pathway so that the bulb light up. We will connect one end of the wire to the battery and other end to the bulb, and the bulb will light up. The bulb light up because the pathway is complete. But if the pathway is not complete, the bulb will not light up. Here you can see that one end of the wire is attached to the battery while other end is free. You can see that. So that is why the electricity will not flow from one place to another and the bulb will not light up. So boys, our next topic is electric circuit and electric current. First of all, we will discuss what is electric circuit. So basically the whole pathway through which the electricity can pass is called the electric circuit. Here boys, you can see a torch. So it's a wire and it's an electric current. So the electric current will pass from one place to another place to light up the bulb with the help of a pathway known as a circuit. So this red line is a pathway, or we can say that electric circuit. So the current will flow from one place to another with the help of a circuit so that it could light up the bulb. Let me show you a video for its better understanding. So boys, electric circuit is a path along which electric current flows. Here you can see it's a circuit. In a simple circuit, we need a cell, a wire, a bulb and a switch. If we switch on the button, the electric current starts flowing through the wire and reach the bulb, and in the end the bulb lights up. I'll show you how. Here you can see the switch is on and the bulbs light up. Our next topic is switch. If we want to turn on or turn off an electric appliance, we use this switch. Basically, switch is like a gap or a gate. If it is closed, the bulb will light up, and if it is open, the bulb will not light up. If we turn on the switch button, the gap becomes closed, so the pathway is completed. And you know that if the pathway is completed, the electricity can pass from one place through another place. So the electricity can pass through the wire from one place to another place and the bulb will light up. But if the switch is off, the gap will be open and the pathway becomes incomplete. So the bulb will not light up because electricity cannot move from one place to another place with the help of an incomplete pathway. So let me explain you with the help of a video. So here boys, you can see it's a switch button. It's a bulb and it's a battery and it is connected with wire. Now we will switch on and switch off the button and see what happens. So with the help of a video, it is clear that when we switch on the button, the bulb lights up because the gap is closed and the pathway is completed. But if we switch off the button, the bulb did not light up because the gap is opened and the pathway is incomplete. So it is clear now. So boys, we have studied all the aspects of electricity, some uses of electricity, some harms or dangers of electricity, what are conductors and insulators, how electricity travels from one place to another place, what are electric circuits, and how switch is important for the electricity supply. So we have already read about all these aspects. So hope so you have understand all these aspects clearly.